everyone. Welcome to Samvad 3. Samvad is the interactive dialogue series between School of Corporate Innovation and Leadership as well as the visionary leaders of MIT ADT University. Today, we have with us Professor Dr. Rajesh S. Sir, who is the Vice Chancellor of MIT ADT University. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
So, sir, looking at your early student days, we would like to know your journey from student to the Vice Chancellor.
Yeah, thank you very much. But I have never expected to be a Vice Chancellor, first point. I kept on doing things and then, it's all God's blessings and then things will happen. So you won't aspire anything, like that, but you would like to aspire only when it is really, you feel that this is an achievable thing and we can achieve in life. But never it happened to me that, I should achieve something, but my footsteps are from BITS Pilani. So when I went into BITS and did my master's there, I think it was in 97 when I did master's at BITS. I was a student at BITS at that time. I was a research assistant also. We call them as teaching assistant, and teaching assistant we used to take some classes also for the undergrad students at BITS. So during that regime, when I was doing my masters at BITS, also teaching at BITS at teaching assistant, so I got some the inclination towards research. Okay. So because I thought that research is a bigger acumen and we can do many things, and research is not in the books. So whatever you read in the books is only up to the BTechs and MTechs. And the moment you say PhD, it is something new, novel, and it is out of the book, and you have to generate it, you have to invent it, or you have to capture it, and then show it to the world that yes, this is a credible amount of information, which can be turned into a credible research. So the word itself says it is research. It is already there. You have to search it. So that is the first thing. Second thing is, so when I did my masters, after masters, then I got an opportunity to serve as a faculty at BITS because already I was a teaching assistant. So I got an opportunity to start my journey in 98 precisely as a assistant lecturer at BITS Pilani. So I started my journey there at BITS. And from there till 2009, almost from 11 years till 11 years, I was with BITS Pilani in all capacities. But then I did my PhD also in BITS Pilani. In 2005, I submitted my thesis. It was in applied robotics and image processing with computer graphics as applications. So then in 2005-06, I got my degree, PhD degree from BITS Pilani. Then I went on to BITS Hyderabad campus to establish a full campus in BITS Hyderabad. So it was like our campus only. It is a 200-acre campus with us in BITS Hyderabad. But then I was the founding committee member for BITS Hyderabad because by the time I spent 9 years at BITS. So then my director, Professor V.S. Rao, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Maheshwari Sir, so all said that, Rajesh Sir, you can go to Hyderabad. The reason is I am from a Telugu background. So they thought that I will help them a lot. The language is not a barrier there. So that is also one reason why I shifted to Hyderabad. So we established BITS Hyderabad campus in 2006 to 2008. 2008 we started the operations of BITS Hyderabad campus. I was also the chief architect of BITSAT, BITS admission test. In 2004 we had a hearing from Supreme Court that we have to start our own entrance test apart from IIT JEE and all. Either we can go, BITS can go with IIT JEE or we can have our own entrance test. So I have spearheaded the entire architect of BITSAT. I have conducted that in 24 cities in the country. It's an online based test. We have invented that. We have designed the test in BITS Pilani. So all this helped me a lot in understanding the processes and systems of effective, particularly educational processes for students, for parents, for all that. But then I in 2009, I moved to JP University. It is JP University of IT Solan. It's Information Technology University. It's a very beautiful city, Shimla. So near Shimla, there is a place called Solan. And this university was there. So I joined as a director there for 5 years between 2009 to 13. I was a director of JUIT Solan. So there I have established the various centers of research, various centers of, the credible international conferences we have done and helped them to nurture the research area there. And as a director, I had bigger roles to play there. So thanks to my mentors over there, Dr. Raj Meduri, who was my mentor. He was the CEO of JP Group at that time. So after 5 years of JP, then I was invited by Dr. Achyuta Samanta, the Chancellor of KIT University of Bhubaneswar. So I went to KIT as a Dean Quality Assurance and I served KIT for 3 years again. So between 12, 13 and 14. Then during my tenure as Dean Quality Assurance at KIT University, I had the opportunity to work with the founder director of IIT Bhubaneswar, Dr. Madhusudan Chakravarti. And Dr. Madhusudan and we are good friends from BITS days, from Pilani days, because he used to come for some Viva Voce and things like that. So after which subsequently Madhusudan went on to become the Vice Chancellor of Adamas University in Calcutta. And I was invited by Madhusudan sir to become the Pro Vice Chancellor in Adamas University in Calcutta. So I went to Calcutta in 2015. So 15, 16, 17, I was a Pro VC there. And in 17, I came back to my native place, Vijayawada, Andhra, as Vice Chancellor of Savita University. Savita is a very established university in down south. So we have extendable campuses, 2 campuses in Chennai. So I used to spearhead the Andhra campus. So we called it Savita Amravati University in Amravati. We started that university under my flagship. I was the founding Vice Chancellor for Savita Amravati University. So there I sustained for 3 years as a Vice Chancellor after my tenure. Then went on to become a Vice Chancellor of Karnataka University in Gujarat, another 3 years. Then went on to become Vice Chancellor of Joy University in Kanyakumari, another 3 years. And after all the 3 times of Vice Chancellorship, I thought when one day I got a call from Honorable Karat Sir, Mangesh Karat Sir, that Sir, we have seen your profile. So it was through LinkedIn. Then Sir called me, and by the time I was in Australia at that time, I had to go to Melbourne. I was doing some tie-ups with the University of Melbourne at that time. But then I said, Sir, I'll come back and we'll have a discussion. So like that, then I met Honorable Mangesh Karat Sir, our Executive President. And then finally I joined as Vice Chancellor of MIT ADT on 1st of January 2025.
Right, sir. Right. So you have very vast and very inspiring journey. So
I told you, see, this is all God's grace. But as and when you move to places, you will understand the culture. So the culture at Calcutta is different. The culture at Shimla is different. The culture at Bhubaneswar, KIT University is different. But all in all, the bottom line is same. It is the same faculty. It is the same dean. It is the same director. It is the same vice chancellor. And on top, the same students. But the quality of students will differ. So we have to see that the quality we have to. So our basic motto of a vice chancellor is the basic duty of a vice chancellor is to transform the C category student to B category student to A category by the time we churn out him in the final convocation. So that is a whole responsibility. And even all our 17 schools at MIT ADT, we are helping that in that sense only. Even the school of the building employability skills or your innovative leadership school we have. So all these schools are helping their soft skills, their way of understanding the society, and then building that kind of confidence in them that yes, I can defend a placement company, or I can deliver once I join a company I can do better in that. So that kind of confidence we have to instill in the student, and I think that is the whole job of what all we are doing. And I am only doing my part as a vice chancellor, just helping each and everyone and helping the deans, directors, helping them to achieve what they want to achieve, just as a value addition to the university.
Absolutely, sir. So at MIT ADT University, students are really grateful to have such a hardworking and visionary leaders like you and Mangesh Karat sir. So thank you so much, sir. Sir, we would like to have your guidance for our students to understand how can they transform themselves into better professional. So what do you think? What will be the ideal tips for them?
To answer your question, the answer is very simple. The most important thing for the student is always, first it should have a great character, and the character building will happen in a university or a college system. Apart from the first steps of his character building or education will come only through the parents. So once he steps in, so it is our responsibility at MIT ADT, the moment the student enters at the gate of this university, till he gets his convocation degree and when he goes out to the society, it is that building of what all we are building in him. Whether it is character building, whether it is education, whether it is his overall 360-degree view of building his skills, soft skills, his placements. So the aspirations of a student today is immense. So universities, always, particularly our MIT ADT University, we always see through that the student is full potential, and the student takes that potential with him when he goes out in the society. And to be brief in that also is the dedication, the hard work the student should put in, and then the kind of reverberance he should have. So that all is our responsibility. So it's the responsibility of our MIT ADT. So we are bringing in that culture in the student. We are able to transform him. We call it as talent transformation. Sometimes we call it as the kind of the passionate teaching learning process we have. So all this will help the student to get the maximum benefit, whether it is placement, whether it is academics, or whether it is the only thing the student has to come to us is with an open mind, and then he has the urge to learn the things. That's
right, sir. Very true, very true. First of all, he himself should have that urge, right? So, what do you think, how these placement training activities like aptitude skills, professional skills, how these things will be helpful for them?
Yeah, it is really a great, what should I say is the transformation of getting into placement is not just the only thing for him. So once he joins a company, the company has so many things, so many people think, students particularly, they think coding is the only thing, only skill they should have and go to the company. Yeah. But that is not the case. In a software industry, we have the requirements analysis. It starts with in the software company. After the requirements, we have the planning, we have the algorithm development, we have the design of those algorithms. Then comes the coding part, the construction of that. Then the deployment comes in later part, that is once the software is ready. So quality analysis is also a part of it. Quality assurance is a part of software development. The student doesn't know in the beginning that he has so many facets in it. So he only thinks that is only the software development part, which is the only the key essential part. But then the companies will tell them, no, you are also part of the bigger strata, and you do requirements analysis, you do the development analysis, you do the quality assurance testing, so like that. So it is for us to teach all these pediments to that. And when he goes to the industry, I think the best thing is we call it as practice school, and wherein the student goes to the final year. In the final year, that is 7th and 8th semester, we will tell the student to go to the industry directly and take a full 1 year rigorous training in the 7th and 8th, and then get a degree as a pass out. That is one way out. The second way is he can have a industrial training in the 7th semester and come back to the university, have a dissertation here, and then take the degree out. And the third thing is we call it as practice school 1, where we give impart training in the end of 4th semester, there is a beginning of 5th semester, to any industry of his choice. But then he will go in Pune around, he will see one company, and that is called the industrial tie-up, industrial visit, they say. In the beginning, we used to have that way. But now we call this university industry leadership, the partnership, and then we are progressing further on that. So these kind of 1 year trainings in the industry for all the students will automatically get them placed in those companies, and provided these companies are of that good order and good stature also. So that is our responsibility as Vice Chancellor of MIT ADT. So I am looking at strengthening these placements and make sure that the student gets a rigorous training and placement in the entire final year, or at least in the 6th semester.
Right. And in today's era, especially when university is focusing on the innovative and creative thing as well as research, what do you think, what are the initiatives taken by university?
We have taken many initiatives. For example, the KRIA, you would have seen the Atal Incubation Center at MIT ADT. And also we have a rigorous research strengthening program. Now recently, we have started a very innovative institute at MIT ADT. We call it as MIT Inspire. At MIT Inspire stands for MIT Institute for Sponsored Innovative Research. So under which the entire research program gets strengthened, because the funding from the DBT, DST, the SERB, so all the government funding agencies will help us in giving fundings to them. I mean, funding to our faculty and fraternity, our research scholars. So in turn, what happens is basically that this will help us the nurturing the labs also. The labs can be nurtured. In turn, the money comes into the forum, and then the money is useful for them even for a JRF, SRF, the junior research fellow and the senior research fellow. I think people will have that kind of exposure. So we have a lot of research scholars, not only the part-time and the full-time research scholars as a part of the research PhD program, but we have through MIT Inspire permanent faculty members with us who are all senior faculty from all IITs and all premier universities, and we are recruiting them to do the full-time funded research projects, and that is catering to the entire needs of all 17 schools of MIT ADT University. So that is a separate wing we have started, a separate institute we have started, MIT Inspire, and which will be churning out by this August semester. We'll have full-fledged MIT Inspire program at MIT ADT.
Okay, great, sir, great. So finally, what message would you like to pass on to our students?
It is very simple. I keep telling this, Swami Vivekananda says that I mean, he's a great spiritual leader in his own toto, but then he is a man batting for the youngsters. So he used to bat always the youngsters and say that they are lions. We are lions and we can do anything. So one is the fearlessness and Shraddha. So these two are the two aspects the student should have. So you do anything wrongdoing, the fear creeps into the mind. So the fear comes in only when do anything wrong. It may be a small wrongdoing, or it may be a big wrongdoing. The moment you do, the student thinks about anything wrongdoing, the fear creeps in. So I urge the students that you should be fearless. Don't indulge in any wrongdoings in the university or anywhere, wherever you are at MIT ADT. This is a temple of learning, and you are here to learn things. And then no wrongdoings are acceptable to us. We have very stringent policy of the rigorous discipline and honor of code of ethics we have for all the students, and the ethical principles and amalgamation of the spiritual imbibement with the studies. We have a school of Vedic sciences with us. So amalgamation of these two will help us, the students, a lot also. In toto, so the second thing is Shraddha. So you should have that dedication. The student should have that. The Shraddha and fearlessness will take any student to reach any pinnacle of success in whatever life he wants to achieve.
Right, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Your vast experience and your guidelines will definitely help our students to transform from student to the professional journey. Thank you so much, sir.